football Saturday getting cranked. And here comes the punt team. Trying to make one miss. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Out wide right, it's Frazier. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Moving out to the right. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Left side is Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Fields the punt. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
grab behind the line. It's Frazier. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And I think they found a matchup they like, man. This running back has been a problem out of the backfield. Like, we know he can run it, but the matchups now, who's going to cover him? Is it a linebacker? Is it a safety? Right now, this offense, they found something with him catching the football in the backfield, and they just keep going back to it.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. This is the essence of rivalry games, the big moments that you just say a few words and everybody remembers where they were when it happened. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Quarterback changing the play. To throw, it's Stockton. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, it becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left.
And this
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
Need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Caught. can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Motion from the wide receiver. Moves the pocket. It's Stockton. Makes a catch. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Dogs will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Frazier. Turning it on! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. RPO complete. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Wants to throw on first. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense.
Makes the grab in their space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Trying to run, it's Frazier. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sets his feet, it's Stockton. Whip it out to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 24 team, the UCF Knights. And it's the Bears with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Back now over to your game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
The Bulldogs head coach told me at the half, he says this all the time, but the team that holds on to the football and rushes the best usually wins the game, and that's what this team has done in the first half. The running back has been terrific. Great ball security and offense now taking the field. They expect to continue that dominant run game here on offense to start the third. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Sees an alley. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Frazier again. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He's changing the play. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Handoff for Frazier. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Frazier again. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. On 1st down, Nate Frazier. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The lone back's got it. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Stockton. Setting up the screen. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker, and how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. They want to throw it. Unleashes one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover. Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. And And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Dragged down. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Finds the tight end. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Oh, a double pass. Look out. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
And 3 more on the board.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. On the run, fires downfield. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was 4th and a mile, and they got it.
I mean, what?
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
2nd down, gonna throw it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
The quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Sends it back in motion. He wants to throw it again. Right side, it's Pryor. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab past the marker. They'll knock him down, and he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. He's looking to throw, and he gets it away.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Here comes the heat. Back's looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
Well, it's a moment in the game offensively where you like to think you can just run the football. Down in distance to stay on the field, but David, the defense wasn't having it. They completely bowed up front. Physical. They dominated in that play. Absolutely nowhere for that guy to go. This offense is going to walk out of here with the out.
And maybe you thought you could catch him off guard by running the football. You got to have it. You got to get this first down to
Wide open spaces. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. He's at the touchdown bulldog. He got a step and just dusted the field. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him.
Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.